Whispers followed it wherever its name was spoken. A relic from ancient Egypt said to shatter lives and whisper from beyond the grave. The unlucky mummy has been blamed for sudden deaths, ruined misfortunes, cursed photographs, and even, some insist, the sinking of the Titanic. Victorian newspapers swore it carried something unnatural, a restless presence that refused to stay silent. Locked behind glass in the British Museum, it doesn't move, doesn't speak, and isn't even a mummy at all. Yet for more than a century, this silent coffin lid has inspired fear. Find out more about the haunted artifact in this video. Step into the Egyptian galleries of London's British Museum and you'll be greeted by the usual ancient lineup: brooding sarcophagi, stone pharaohs with excellent posture, tightly wrapped mummies, and gods who look deeply unimpressed with the modern world. And then, quietly stealing the show, you notice it: a striking wooden coffin case with the painted face of a woman who seems to know something you don't. The colors are still vivid nearly 3,000 years on. You stop, you stare, and after a moment, something odd creeps in. Not enough to make you run screaming for the gift shop, but enough to raise the hairs on your arms. The longer you look, the more the object seems to look back. Eventually, you tear your eyes away and wander on, pretending you're fine, only to find the image popping back into your head later, uninvited, during dinner, bedtime, or that awkward 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling moment. This artifact sits at the heart of one of London's most notorious bits of museum folklore. Dubbed the unlucky mummy, the artifact is often misidentified as a whole mummy, when in fact it's a painted mummy board or a coffin lid dating to around 950 BCE. The story begins in the late 19th century when Victorian Britain was deep in Egyptomania. According to popular lore, 4 British travelers acquired the artifact in Egypt. Almost immediately, calamity struck. One man was shot by accident, another lost an arm, the third went bankrupt, and the fourth one survived long enough to regret everything after losing his job and reduced to begging on the streets. One legend asserts that the unlucky mummy's ghost traveled down secret passageways to haunt 2 London underground stations and was responsible for the disappearance of 2 women at one of those tube stops. The mummy supposedly changed hands several times, leaving behind a trail of financial ruin and illness. Spiritualists claim that the mummy housed an angry princess priestess named Amen-Ra. Others insisted it glowed, screamed, or caused photographers' cameras to malfunction, because ghosts obviously hate exposure, no pun intended. Then comes the big one, the Titanic. One of the most enduring myths claims the unlucky mummy was secretly being transported aboard the ill-fated ship in 1912, dragging its iceberg into its path like a supernatural GPS error. This is, to put it kindly, utter nonsense. Museum records show that the artifact never left London and certainly didn't fancy a transatlantic cruise. Still, never let facts sink a good curse. So why did the British Museum take it? Because museums collect things, even dramatic things. And despite the rumors, the museum has reported no unusual incidents beyond the usual chaos of tourists, gift shops, and school groups. The mummy sits calmly on display, refusing to smite anyone. In reality, the unlucky mummy is a masterclass in Victorian sensationalism, a blend of colonial exoticism, fear of the ancient unknown, and a press eager for spooky headlines. The curse isn't real, but the story immortal, much like the artifact itself minus the screaming. Thank you for watching the video. If you found the video interesting, please hit the like button and consider subscribing for more such content.